All right. Well, I'm going to be doing several things to my RV today. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the outside speakers. These aren't very expensive speakers. They're Jensen's. They're only 30 watt max, but you don't want to blow the neighbors out with music, so it's fine. And I have two of them, and they're going to go right up here on my RV. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is replace those. Before you do anything with an RV, obviously you need a ladder, and this is a Little Giant, and I highly recommend it. This little tiny ladder folds up nicely for the underside compartment, and it will easily stretch to the roof, so I can get to the roof when I need to. Alright, so the first thing I did was unscrew it. Now there's a rubber seal around it, and all I'm going to do is take a putty knife, like this. Take a putty knife, and I'm just going to break that seal and take it off. So a couple things. There's a gunk around the inside here. I'm not going to do that to it. I'm just going to put some sealant around it and on it. And then when you take it off, you've got to make sure you know which wires go to which. So I know that the black and green wire go to the red stud, and that's all that really matters. And then you just pull those little speaker wires off right there, and you put the other one in and replace it. It's that simple. Alright, so I'm going to take this right here, just the silicone, and I'm going to put it inside around the speaker here, here before I put it up, so it makes a seal to the trailer. I would highly recommend doing that because these are waterproof speakers, but the waterproof speakers from the outside, as long as they're sealed, but if they're not sealed, they're not waterproof, because if it gets inside there, it's going to ruin it. So yes, from here it's waterproof, but you need to still seal around the it so that the water doesn't leak in. And not only that, but it would leak into the wall as well. All right, so I've taken the silicone and I've sealed around there, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and connect it. I need my screws here. I'm going to go up and connect it, and I'm just going to take a screwdriver to begin with. Alright, well, this is the second speaker. I got the first one up there. I noticed the screws on the other one were just a little bit loose. They wouldn't tighten up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the screws in liquid nail before I put them in to seal them up a little bit. Hopefully I won't have to replace these again. But you can see that I have one up there. I'm going to take the nails out and do that, or the screws, and I have another one to go. Okay, and obviously the speakers work, and there's the first one I replaced. There's the second one I replaced, and now they work just fine.